Woodworking requires precision, patience, and grit. Mistakes happen to the best of us. The mark of a true craftsman isn't about avoiding mistakes but knowing how to fix them. In this video, we'll tackle common woodworking mistakes and show you how to correct them like a pro. Let's turn those blunders into beautiful triumphs. Incorrect measurements can be a real headache when you're deep into a woodworking project. And cuts that don't align properly are a common mistake that can throw off your entire project. But don't panic. Mistakes happen to everyone, even the most experienced woodworkers. The key is knowing how to salvage your project and turn those errors into opportunities. For minor mishaps like small gaps or dents, wood filler is your best friend. Apply it with a putty knife, making sure to fill the gap completely. Once it's dry, sand it smooth to blend seamlessly with the rest of your piece. For larger errors, such as a miscut that leaves a noticeable gap, consider adding a patch. Cut a new piece of wood to fit the gap precisely and glue it in place. This method can save your project from being scrapped and give it a new lease on life. Sometimes the best way to deal with a mistake is to incorporate it into your design. Adjust your plans to turn the miscut into a unique design element. Remember, limitations often breed creativity. Use a decorative feature to disguise the mistake. A well-placed inlay or a contrasting wood strip can turn that miscut into a standout feature of your project. It's all about perspective and creativity. Remember, creativity can turn mistakes into unique design elements. Embrace the unexpected and let it guide your artistic vision. So embrace your inner artist and make the most of your woodworking journey. Every mistake is just another step towards mastering your craft and creating something truly unique and beautiful. Joints are the backbone of woodworking. For gaps in joints, use the sawdust and glue trick. Mix fine sawdust with wood glue to create a paste. Apply the paste to the gap, clamp tightly, and let it dry. For larger gaps, use shims. Apply glue to both sides of the shim for maximum adhesion. If the gap is too large, recut and reassemble. Accurate measuring and cutting are crucial to prevent gaps. With practice, you'll craft joints that are strong and aesthetically pleasing. Cracks and splits can be repaired, leaving your project stronger. For hairline cracks, work wood glue into the crack and clamp tightly. For substantial cracks, use butterfly keys. Cut a key shape, create a recess, and glue it in place. Epoxy is great for filling gaps and reinforcing cracks. Mix epoxy, apply it to the crack and clamp firmly. Once cured, sand and shape the epoxy to blend seamlessly. Embrace imperfections, they add character to your project. Staining can result in blotches and uneven tones. This is a common issue that many woodworkers face, whether they are beginners or experienced professionals. The key to fixing these mishaps lies in understanding the root cause and applying the right techniques to correct them. Let's dive into some effective methods to address and rectify these staining problems. First, sand the entire surface with fine grit sandpaper to even out the stain. This step is crucial as it helps to remove any existing blotches and prepares the wood for a more uniform application of stain. Make sure to sand in the direction of the wood grain to avoid scratches and achieve a smooth finish. Take your time with this process, as a well-prepared surface is essential for a successful staining job. Once the surface is smooth, reapply the stain in thinner coats, blending carefully. Applying thin coats allows for better control over the color intensity and helps to avoid further blotching. Use a high-quality brush or cloth to apply the stain, and work in small sections to ensure even coverage. Remember, it's better to apply multiple thin coats than one thick coat, as this will give you a more consistent and professional-looking finish. For stubborn areas that still appear uneven, use a tinted top coat to even out the color. A tinted top coat can help to blend the different shades and create a more uniform appearance. Choose a top coat that matches the desired final color of your project, and apply it evenly across the entire surface. This step not only corrects color inconsistencies, but also adds a layer of protection to the wood. Apply the tinted top coat evenly to the entire surface. Make sure to use smooth, even strokes to avoid creating new blotches. Allow the top coat to dry completely before assessing the results. If necessary, you can apply additional coats to achieve the desired level of color and protection. Patience and attention to detail are key during this step to ensure a flawless finish. If there are still light areas that need to be darkened, apply a concentrated stain to those specific spots. This technique allows you to target problem areas without affecting the entire surface. Use a small brush or cloth to apply the concentrated stain and blend it carefully with the surrounding areas. Be cautious not to over-apply, as this can lead to new blotches. Apply the stain directly to the light areas and wipe away any excess. This helps to ensure that the stain penetrates the wood evenly and prevents buildup on the surface. Wipe in the direction of the wood grain to maintain a smooth and consistent appearance. Repeat this process as needed until the light areas match the rest of the surface. Repeat the staining process until you achieve the desired depth of color. Building up the color gradually allows for better control and a more even finish. Take your time and assess the results after each coat, making adjustments as necessary. This methodical approach ensures that you achieve a rich, deep color without compromising the quality of the finish. Patience is key when fixing stain issues. Rushing through the process can lead to more problems and a less satisfactory result. Take the time to properly prepare the surface, apply the stain carefully, and allow each coat to dry fully before proceeding. This careful approach will pay off in the end with a beautifully stained piece of wood. Experiment with different techniques and ask for advice if needed. Every piece of wood is unique, and sometimes it takes a bit of trial and error to find the best method for your specific project. Don't be afraid to seek out tips from experienced woodworkers or consult online resources. With practice and persistence, you'll become more skilled at achieving the perfect stain finish. Oversanding can lead to rounded edges and lost detail. This is a common issue that many woodworkers face, especially when working on intricate projects where precision is key. When you sand too much, you can lose the sharpness of the edges, which can affect the overall look and functionality of your piece. But don't worry, there are several ways to fix this problem and restore your project to its former glory. One effective method is to use a paste made from wood glue and sawdust to build up the edges. This mixture can be easily made by combining fine sawdust from the same type of wood as your project with wood glue until you achieve a thick, workable paste. Apply this paste generously to the oversanded areas, making sure to build up enough material to recreate the original edge profile. Once the paste is dry, which usually takes a few hours depending on the type of glue used, you can sand it flush with the rest of the project. Use fine grit sandpaper to carefully smooth out the surface, blending the repaired area seamlessly with the surrounding wood. This step is crucial to ensure that the repair is not noticeable and that the edge looks as good as new. For more severe cases where a simple paste won't suffice, consider using a wood veneer strip. Veneer strips are thin layers of wood that can be applied to the surface to cover up imperfections and restore the edge. They come in various wood types and thicknesses, so you can choose one that matches your project perfectly. To apply a veneer strip, first cut it to the appropriate size. Then apply wood glue to the back of the veneer strip and adhere it to the rounded edge. Make sure to press it firmly in place and allow the glue to dry completely. This method not only fixes the oversanded edge, but also adds an extra layer of durability to your project. After the glue is dried, sand the veneer strip flush with the surrounding surface. Use fine grit sandpaper to ensure a smooth finish. This will help the veneer blend in with the rest of the wood, making the repair virtually invisible. Take your time with this step to achieve the best results. Another option to consider is redesigning the profile of the edge. Instead of trying to restore the original sharp edge, you can incorporate a subtle curve or chamfer. This not only hides the oversanding, but can also add a unique design element to your project. Use appropriate tools to carefully shape the edge, ensuring a consistent and smooth finish. Finally, it's important to learn from your mistakes and adjust your techniques to prevent oversanding in the future. Take your time when sanding, use the right grit of sandpaper, and frequently check your progress. By being mindful and patient, you can achieve professional results and avoid the pitfalls of oversanding. Happy woodworking! Screws can be a real pain, but there are solutions. For stripped screw holes, insert a toothpick or small wooden dowel before reinserting the screw. For stuck screws, apply a lubricant like wax or soap to the threads. Use a screw extractor for stripped screw heads. If all else fails, drill out the screw and fill the hole with wood filler. Patience and the right tools are your best allies. Take your time and use the appropriate screwdriver for the job. There's always a solution to screw-related mishaps. Glue squeeze-out can leave unsightly residue. Address it quickly with a damp cloth before it dries. For dried glue, use a sharp chisel or scraper to remove it. Sand the area lightly to blend it with the surrounding surface. Apply painter's tape to areas where glue squeeze-out is likely to occur. Peel away the tape once the glue is dried. Managing glue squeeze-out is about being proactive. With practice, you'll keep your projects looking their best. Misaligned assemblies can be frustrating, but they can be fixed. Identify the source of the misalignment. Use clamps to nudge the pieces back into alignment. Disassemble part or all of your project if necessary. Carefully label each piece and refer to your plans frequently. For minor misalignments, use a hand plane or sanding block to remove material from high spots. Fixing misalignments requires careful observation and patience. Even experienced woodworkers make adjustments along the way. We've covered a lot today, from measurements to screws. Woodworking is about embracing the process and learning from mistakes. Mistakes are opportunities for creativity and problem solving. Measure twice, cut once, and keep a healthy supply of wood filler on hand.